Hi friends. Today we are going to see about the city's skyline, which is all about like building a city, and basically you would be the mayor for the city, and they will provide you a city like land, water, and so something like this. You would get a square, a city square. That's the boundary of yours, and you should start building your city, and gradually it will get expanded. So your daughter lines will be getting expanded. They will the land nearby your city would become comes to for sale. So I mean, right off the backs, you would be given like 70,000 as a bank balance, and you can spend that in building the roads, and you can build the residential things and other stuff. So, so this is the highway which is connecting to your city, and it is just a dead end for this, like the symbol that has been represented, and you should start building your city based on this. In this episode, we would be seeing like how we can just start building a small city, I would say, and let's expand from that. Basically, you would have something like three sections here, like the residential area and commercial zone, and the industrial zone, industry or the office zone. And for that, you just need to start building your city with the road, and you would be provided with the roads, zoning, and the district. And then you would start for your city. The basic stuff is like the electricity, water, and sewage, and the garbage, healthcare, fire department, police department, education system, transportation system, and parks, plaza, etc., etc. So these are the basic flow of this game, and we would start constructing our city based on these two roads. So let's get started. And when you start, like basically when you start building the city, you can see here, right? So when you start building the city, I would suggest you to pass, so you can even play it, but I would suggest you to pass until you get something like going on in your city. So let's connect. So first thing that you need to do is like get the roads. Here you can see the name of the roads, and it will start, it will just connect your roads and start building the roads, and it will give you a major idea like how it is going to happen and what are the things that you can just expand beyond that. Without further delay, let's get started. Okay, so off the bat I will just connect this road. So if I go here, I'll show you like this way. So I'm just connecting this road so that I'll know what is the exact intersection here, and I just connected both the roads, and from this I'll start with uh, start with the dirt road. I don't want to spend much more money because we just have like very less amount of money. So let's get started with this, and if we scroll back, I just want to put around 400 for now. So this will be our main street. So this will act as our main street, which is going running through the center. Like I'll be dragging this one. The idea behind here is like I'll be separating like the similar way it has been specified, like the residential zone, then the office zone or commercial building zone, and the industrial zone. So I want to have the residential building on the left, and the commercials on the middle, and the industries on the right, because like when you start building the industries, it will automatically get the areas to be polluted. Before that, this is some critical icon that you need to remember, so you can just see like how it is and the production. So when we move on with the game, I'll explain one by one what is this like icons. It will be going and back and forth. Similarly, like the water availability, sewer, and the happiness of the citizen who are there, and this is the wind, and this is the traffic, and we have like pollution and traffic routes and those kind of stuff. So let's let's get started with creating a road, and then we will just expand our city. As I said, we will be starting from this side. So there is a greater demand for the residential zone, so that the people can come and stay here. So let's start. So if we zoom in, you would be seeing like this road is much more dirt. So for now, let me upgrade this road. So I just upgraded to a two-way lane here. Let me go and create some of the dirt roads. If you see here, keep it's 32 cents per week and cost like 40 $40. Let's say it's a dollar, $40 per sill. And if you go to the last, there is a dirt road which is half the price, $20 per cell. So it's better to have a for now. It's better to have like a small road, and let's expand our building and then go from there. So let's start with. I didn't select this, so I should be selecting it. I want to create it as a grid over here. If I go, I can go all the way on the left. So I just created something over here like the left. So the next thing that I have already consumed is like I need to watch this part. Similarly, I'll just go along the road on this side, and I want to do something on this side too. I'll do a yeah. Okay. So I have already vanished like $8,000. Maybe I would say that. So this is our city. I want to basically cover all the roads, connect all the roads. The roads are too. They want to connect like they have to go all the way around, which is not good. So they have to. If, for example, there is a house here or a commercial building here, and if they want to go to the nearby in the adjacent side, they have to go all the way around. So it's better to connect the roads. It will be easy for you to yeah, easy for you to understand later. So let's start with connecting the roads for now. Yeah, so you can get an idea here. So how we have zoned, and I mean how we are planning to establish uh, our buildings, and how we want to do the expansion. Okay, so just like this, we have just expanded our city. Um, let's start zoning them. So there are different types of zoning here, like low density residential and a high density residential, low density commercial, high density commercial, and industrial zone, and office zones, and obviously dezoning. So right now the demand is so high for the residential. So I wanna make these parts as like the residential part. Okay, and I'll use this side to the residential type. Now the residents need electricity. For that, I need to build a coal power plant, which is like 20,000. So let's do start with the water. So one of the important thing that you need to know is like the water here, which is like a stationary water on this side, and if you go to the other side there is a flow symbol like the arrow mark symbol. So you shouldn't be constructing on the end of this side. I'll tell you why. So let's say like I'm building a water plant, like water uh, uh, pump, let's say water pump for now. So I'm constructing at the edge of my uh, building so that I can just get all the water. And we have a sewage system too, which drains the water to the other side, which needs the drainage to be system to be implemented. For that, I'm doing that on the other end of the uh, city. What it happens is, since the flow of the water is like this, when there is any kind of a sewage system it's coming out, so you can obviously think like the water is flowing onto the other side, which is outside of our uh, city, but still it will be polluting the water on this side. When we get expanded to the other side of the city, we would need to have kind of a mechanism, but we will think about that later. But the idea is like you just need to be very cautious about where you place the uh, water suction and the sewage. So that is more important than to start with. So we just got this, and we now need to connect those pipes. So let's do a connection of this. So basically what it happens is, what we are doing here is we are constructing the we are constructing something like um, pipes. So here if you see here, there are two pipes going across. So why we have two pipes? So the two pipes, one is for the sewage and one is for the water, drinking water. So basically the game doesn't know how to differentiate between that, and so we it passes through the same pipes. So we take an advantage of that, and let's start. If you see here, I'm just dragging the pipe based on, so I just started constructing the main pipe here across the road, and from there I'm just expanding. If you see the circle around the around the dot, so it will show like how far, what will be the coverage of this pipe. So I don't want to use the maximum here basically, so I'll just go with whatever that it shows. So I covered most of the zones, and if you see here, like I didn't cover on this side, I'll be covering it when I'm expanding this side. So for now it's good. We need to save money. See, we already ended up in 39,000. So the water is done. The next part is the electricity. So for electricity, you have not much option. You have the turbine. So if I get to the turbine, I'll show you what the turbine looks like. So you can place here, it shows like 7 megawatts of would be generated. If I place here, it will be the 7 megawatts again, and this is 3 megawatts. And if I go here, like where it's like white color, it's 2 megawatts. So basically it says like where you will get the most. See here, you will be getting like 8 megawatts, 8 all the way here, 7 8. So those are the things. For now I don't want to do that. Let's start constructing the it doesn't have any kind of a pollution. For example, you don't have the noise pollution only that you have, so you should be careful where you place it so that it shouldn't be affecting. For example, if I take here, so the noise will be affecting around the circle. You see a orange mark around the windmill, so that would be a noise pollution. So you cannot have the people around within that radius will be having some kind of an issue. Similarly, if I go with the coal, it has the noise pollution and also the uh, pollution of the land and the air, so some other thing. So you need to be careful with that when you're constructing like the building. For now, like if you see here, like it's been so much of this one, like the red circle. I want to close to the highway, because like whoever is coming in and out, they can just, the transportation of coal would be much more easier for now. So I'll start constructing here, I'll place it here, and it will be polluting for this one. I mean, the pollution would be much more lesser. Let's see, and we need to connect the plants, and we need to send the electricity to the sewage. So this is how it is. So if you see here, like, we have the sewage system, which has the electricity, and we have built the electricity line across the one, and this will produce the electricity, and this from this it will generate, I mean, it will send the electricity to both them. So we already has, there is zero demand for this one, so we already has the zoning done properly. So let's start our, now we need to start our game. So if you see here, let me start our game, and you would be able to see like the expansion will be happening once the people are started coming here. Let's wait for some time and see how we are doing on our city. Okay, so now the residential buildings are coming in. So if you see here, people are building the residence here. So it starts, someone is starting from the side it seems, and they constructed the building, and you would see a symbol stating that it's ready to occupy, other people has occupied it. So that's the symbol. Basically they have um, so basically they have like three household, and people are coming in, and you can see it's getting expanded right now. So our budget here is like, you need to be careful with your budget. So right now you're spending 1,400 weekly income, which is in the negative side. So you can go to the budget here and see here, like, water. This is what I was saying. The water availability, which is like we are producing, oh my god, 120 meter cube per week. We don't want that much of water, so let's bring it down so it automatically goes down for now, so that it will reduce my budget here. Coming down as of now. And similarly, if we go to the electricity, I'm producing 40 megawatts and nothing has been used. Let's bring it down that too. Okay. Yeah, I want to have it at around same one, but still, once we get expanded, we would be able to see that. So right now it was 1,300 a budget. Uh, Now it's 1,100. It's coming down. Once we get collect the tax, we would be able to see that. Now if you see, the demand is getting reduced for the residential zone, but it's increasing for the commercial zone. So let's start adding some commercial zones onto this. So we have to click on this, and let's see. I just want to make a similar type of pattern. I don't want to give a full view for now. Let's do it. Select and do it. So our commercial building is getting created here. So let's do the zoning. So you can see what type of building coming up. So it's like a pub soda, some kind of a restaurant, and so our budget is like coming down gradually. We get people here, and they would be able to travel and get into it. So and if you see the transportation system, let's go and check that. The reason that I built, we built like the coal near to the highway. It's like it'll just go and come back. It'll be easier for it. The truck, I mean the truck, or the whoever is transporting the coal, it'll be much more faster. So now we are getting the green, the industrial offices in high demand. So let's start constructing that. So for that, you need to go here and start constructing the industry. For that, I'll follow the same process, but let's do it from the middle. Okay, and this row I want to have it for the expansion. I'll tell you later what we are going to plan on this side. So we just zoned some of the industries which will get some kind of an expansion. Yeah, there it is. So you see here the demand is zero, low demand, no demand, basically commercial zone, and the industries are getting much more higher and they are generating the building. So let's see what type of building that we are getting here. So this is a fish stick factory, Frank's fish stick factory, something like that. Now we are getting into the positive zone. So plus 168. That's a good sign for now. And we are having like 14,000. So there is no demand. Let's sit and watch what we can do. Our city is getting expanded. And if you want to make it faster, you can do that. So you can just accelerate the time so that you can see like the transportation is getting bigger and the expansion is getting faster. Uh, Something like that. So you can see the cars going fast. You have to remember. Hooray, we are here. So by the time like we already have 320, the population is 320 and it's a little hamlet and you get a money uh, for for doing the expansion. And now you get unlocked with the garbage collection. The people has to do the garbage collections and healthcare education. So just like new building like medical clinic, which should be good, birthday plaza, landfill site, elementary school. So you need to be careful with those type of expansion, which is something like you need to do that. When your city grows, you need to provide much more facilities to them so that the people in that city will be getting much they will be happy. The people in the city will be happy, so your city will also get expanded. So now let's go and now let's see how much we got. Like we were in 14,000 I think, so now we got the 34,000. So every time we get that. So one thing that I forgot to inform, like if you check here, like the name of the road, it will be automatically selected, and if you want to rename that, you can rename it here, Charles Hancock Road. So you can just make it like whatever you want. Similarly like this one, which is the same street, but I want to have it as like this would serve as the main road for uh, let's say main street for my city. So this will act as the main city. Oh, I should be clipping so that I can remember that. I changed it, so it's going to be my main street over here. And similarly, if I want to change it to be an industrial drive or whatever that, like first, second, third. Thank you. Second street. Over here too, because I just connected in the back. It goes loops around the same street, which is fine for now. So that's it. So you can see here like what is coming up and what you have. It's at the 320 and this is the 395 and the people happiness is 22 right now, and our budget is 960 and 36,000 is the uh, whatever that we have on hand. And if you go to the next level, worthy village, which is going to be 650, once we reach, we'll be getting much more policies. Loan, so loan, basically loans. Yes, you can get loan from the bank, and you would be able to build if you need some money from there. Let's pause it here for the episode. We are done with the episode 1. Let's see how we can do an expansion It will be much more higher. I would say, like, we will be having a lot of things development in the second episode. And thanks for watching.